There is at least one person who's courting both never-Trump Republicans and anti-Clinton Democrats, saying, I will save you from both of those candidates. We are talking about, of course, Evan McMullin, the independent candidate for president and a former CIA operative. Evan, thanks for being with us from there in Washington, it looks like. Great to be with you. Thanks for having me. Let's start off with what has been driving a lot of the discussion today, which is Trump's ongoing feud, I guess you could call it, with former Miss Universe Alicia Machado. Do you see this as an opening as part of your campaign strategy to go after Republican women, or do you think this is just a blip in the campaign cycle here? Oh, it's certainly not a blip, and it's an opportunity not necessarily to go after anything other than to stand up for what's right. Donald Trump is somebody who routinely attacks vulnerable people, in this case a vulnerable young woman. This is what he does. There's nothing uplifting or unifying about Donald Trump. He would bring shame upon our country if he were elected president. Imagine what he would do. We've seen what he would do, or what he does with the powers of a business leader when he wants to attack somebody who's vulnerable. Imagine what he would do as president of the United States. Well, so given your comments just there about Donald Trump, and given what you have said in the past about Hillary Clinton's campaign and her foreign policy, listen, you're on the ballot in 11 states. People can write you in more than 30 others, but Trump or Clinton will be in the White House. So which do you fear less in your office? That's not necessarily true. I mean, we have an opportunity to potentially block them both. If the race is very close and it is tightening, that means people in one or two states may actually decide this race. If they reject both Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, the election would go to the House. I know that's difficult. Right, but I know that's even point out, Evan, that, yeah, it's a long shot. You know that. I mean, you've acknowledged that is an extreme long shot. So if it comes down to these two people that were on that stage Monday night, who do you fear less in the White House? I think Hillary Clinton would continue Barack Obama's policies of big government, depriving people of accountable government and of their own personal liberties. But I believe Donald Trump also I believe he presents a danger to our democracy, and he needs to be stopped. What I'm offering, the reason I'm standing in this election, is that the American people deserve a better choice. We need a new generation of leaders who's going to return power to the people, who's going to embrace the cause of liberty, and who isn't going to be a racist like Donald Trump and a misogynist. That's the kind of leadership we need, and we're not seeing it between these two major party candidates. That's why I'm in this race. Evan McMullin, thank you very much for being with us from Washington. And a quick